You know, here's the deal. You call 911, you expect help immediately. But what if you call and the police don't come?
It's a big question here, and in a Coin 6 investigation, we're looking at what's happening with some counties and cities in Oregon that are losing their cops. See, Curry County is down to a single deputy covering 2,000 square miles. Polk County only has deputies on duty from noon to 10 o'clock at night. In Happy Valley, the police levy actually failed by 1 vote, and if it fails again, the city will have to cut police altogether. And our investigative reporter, Carla Castano, discovered a small town in a remote part of Lincoln County lost their police, and people never even got a chance to save them, Carla?
That's right. In Siletz, the people were given a survey, and I found out even though the results revealed people were willing to pay for police, the city council said otherwise, instead choosing for the town to lose police patrols.
There is no such thing as a small call in Siletz.
We followed Toledo police for 7 miles along a winding road to Siletz, where they were called 552 times in just the first 3 months of this year, when police services were cut off. With a population of about 1,100 in a city spanning just over a half mile, that indicates dense crime to police. Another troubling factor, a long history of victims being targeted for coming forward.
A lot of retaliation, people who do report and follow through, which has come at a heavy price.
We're forgotten. We're not even a town.
Now there's a feeling of isolation and abandonment. I mean, not being able to just be safe in your own home?
Yeah.
Talk about that. Tell me about that.
No, because I'll start crying. And I have to be careful what I say because I don't want danger to come to me or my family.
Those who live here tell me drugs and crime have taken over since the contract that kept Toledo police officers patrolling Siletz was canceled.
We have no law enforcement, and so now people are taking the law into their own hands. And it's scary walking the streets.
If you need help to call somebody, there's not going to be anybody here. There's not going to be anybody at all.
The city of Siletz borders an Indian reservation. The Confederated Tribes of Siletz Indians were paying the $350,000 contract for 3 Toledo police officers to patrol Siletz for 7 years, then reduced it to 2 officers and asked the Siletz City Council to pay a portion after the tribe lost federal funding. The city council sent out this survey to citizens asking if they would pay for police.
People just weren't willing to pay.
Really? I requested the survey results. Here's what I found. Of the 109 Siletz residents who completed it, 77 were willing to pay for police services. 24 were not. That's 3 times as many in favor of paying for police. Of 121 non-citizens surveyed, 89 were willing to pay, while 19 said no. That's 4 times as many. To get an explanation from the mayor, I made several phone calls. Went to City Hall twice, then caught up with him in the driveway of his house.
People just weren't willing to pay.
I guess we could disagree about the numbers, but I did get the survey results, and they did show differently than what you're saying.
I looked them over. We all agreed that was the case.
I checked with the lawyer for the city of Siletz, and he confirms the wide margin in favor of paying for police.
77 were willing to help, we're in favor of a funding option.
I think it has something to do with finances. It would have cost them money to put it on the ballot.
But Siletz voters were not given the option, and the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, already facing its own staff shortage, was forced to take over the rising number of calls to Siletz.
They had several stabbings within a week.
He beat me down, tried to kill me and my dog, and he left. I don't know. He said he's going to come back and kill me.
Okay. Did he stab you with a knife?
He tried to.
What you're hearing is a call that came from this apartment, an example of what deputies and victims now regularly face in Siletz.
The cops.
Okay.
An assault victim is hiding from his attacker. He calls for help repeatedly.
We need to get somebody here now.
There's only
I'm not in joking. Like, here now, Siletz, Oregon.
He even calls his mom and has her call 911.
We're just concerned because I don't know how long it's going to be for the cops to get there.
Toledo police officer Aaron Pitcher was able to get out to the scene, only allowed to respond because it was a life or death situation. It took him 25 minutes.
It's scary. It's actually really scary.
It's very frightening.
Some people are afraid. They're telling me they're afraid for their lives, literally.
Yeah. That could be the case. I mean, I don't disagree with that. What can I do? I mean,
well, you're the mayor. I mean, you tell me.
Well, I'm moving people as fast as I can.
Now, the Siletz mayor tells me the city council now sees that they do need police, and they're going to try to have a special election this May and put a tax levy on the ballot after we started asking questions. Jeff, back to you.